Well, hello, my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't said that in a bit, honestly. I for some reason wasn't saying that in the beginning of my recent videos, but hey, hello, how are you all? But in today's video, I am doing another apartment renovation in San Myshuno, and like the title says, it is a Slytherin apartment. I am so excited to share this with you. I actually watched a speed build recently of an apartment renovation by Simple Cheeks here on YouTube. She did a very beautiful Hufflepuff apartment, and let's just say I was gagged, but it was beautiful, and I will leave a link in the description. Please remind me if I don't. You know me. I have the memory of a snail. But in this apartment build, I actually used the tool mod here to replace the windows, and I did show a little snippet of what I was doing here, but I do cut out a big chunk of me doing it. And then I also decided to pick out the floor plan and the flooring, wallpaper, all that nonsense off camera, because let's face it, you didn't want to see 10 minutes of this video just be that, because that's what happened. Let's be real. I am also using custom content in this build, so definitely check out the links in the description. I will link you to the House of Harlech's website, because that's the majority of my custom content. Let's be honest, that's pretty much all of the custom content I use, but there is probably a few other creators that I use here and there, so I will be sure to leave a link in the description to them as well. It's mainly Harry and Felixander, of course, and some illogical sim stuff. And then there's a few plants by a Winged Llama. They made a incredible, I'm talking incredible, add-on pack for the Blooming Rooms kit. Incredible. And also Max's 20. Yeah, I just remembered that because that beautiful Monstera plant right there. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh. Max's 20. Shout out to him. Or them. Incredible CC. Looks just like it would fit into the game, seamlessly. It's almost nicer and more beautiful than the Sims stuff. It looks like they made it, but better, if that makes sense. But I actually was, just playing around with the living room here, and I realized, I was like, oh, I haven't used that maximalist kit yet that we got some time ago, and I decided to use a wall decor piece that's actually a little collage of paintings and stuff, and then this beautiful, I'm talking beautiful lamp right here. I feel like it just fits the vibe really well. Of course, whenever I do any kind of Harry Potter inspired builds here on my channel, I just want you all to know, take it with a grain of salt, because my love for Harry Potter it's another level compared to the majority of people that are Harry Potter fans. I'm part of that little group, not so little actually, but I'm part of the group where we are obsessed to the point where we have our own headcanons, we have our own interpretations of every tiny little detail. I'm talking minute stuff that is not that important, but in this apartment, I kind of was imagining, hear me out, I was imagining Draco Malfoy. He's grown up. He's in his 30s. He's an Auror, or something in the ministry. He's kind of started to shed very slowly the bad name on the Malfoys. He's starting to kind of prove people that, hey, what you're born into doesn't matter. And it's just my own little fan fiction that I'm writing in my head, and this is the apartment that he has finally built up to, and maybe Harry is a little bit of a visitor once in a while. Me, I'm a mess. I definitely ship Drary. Let's derail. We don't need to talk about the build anymore. You can see it. You can watch it. You can see that it's just there. But before I do actually derail, I will say the front of the apartment there with all the windows, that's a nice little sunroom potion making area. I did my best. It's not the best work, honestly. I think it is a beautiful sunroom with plants, but is it a potion room? Not really, but hey, that's what I would imagine in my head at least. But anyways, so let's talk. If you are a Harry Potter fan, obviously you're going to understand. If not, that's also valid. It's a lot to get into at this point in time. But what are your ships, if you all are those kind of people? My people, you mean? I am a Drary shipper. through and through hardcore since, I mean, not since day one, let's be honest. When I started reading fan fiction way back in the day, it was Hermione for me. Like, you know, it was just me being in love with Draco Malfoy and, you know, projecting. I don't know. But I was in love with Hermione. I thought it was the ish. I was about to curse on my channel. I'm not doing that here. I'm keeping it somewhat PG. But it was Hermione for me. And I think I read a story on Wattpad. Yes, I started on Wattpad. Leave me alone. Archive of Our Own is my home now, okay? Wattpad is its own creation. It's valid. But, yes, so I read another story, and I was like, I've heard of Draco and Harry shipping. It seems kind of strange, but I'm going to give it a try. I read this story, and, you know, looking back, it wasn't really, like, the best story I've ever read, but it did something to me. It transformed everything in me. And, you know, that was, 6-7 years ago? Probably longer. Oh my gosh. Let's be honest. It was maybe 10 years ago. That's crazy to think about. I was such a Harry Potter fan, like, before that anyways, but I had never really gotten into fan fiction until, like, right before college. It was like those weird, awkward years between high school and college. Like, I took like a year or so off, and I was just like, what am I doing with my life? So I'm going to stay up till 3 a.m. reading fan fiction now. And it's been like that ever since. Nothing has changed at all. I'm back on my nonsense again. But anyways, yes. So Drarry is always my thing. I've read lots of those stories. Wolfstar clearly has been a huge impact on me as well. I read a story called Stealing Harry way back in the day that was phenomenal, and I definitely recommend at least reading it. It's not ever going to be finished. It's an incomplete series, but it was still fun to read nonetheless. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed Wolfstar. Let me just preface this before I go even further into this discussion. I'm gay, and I like gay ships in Harry Potter. So if they're gay, then I enjoy them. That's it. That's the tweet. Basically, Harry and Draco, we love them. They are my iconic favorites. But, you know, there's the honorable mentions of Wolfstar, which is Remus and Sirius. Of course, Ginny and Luna. Oh, love Ginny and Luna. Let me tell you, Ginny and Luna is my favorite, like, just underrated, like, side character ship. It's so good. Dean and Seamus, that's canon to me. I don't care what Miss Turfy woman says. That's canon 1000%. They were not just bros, okay? They were in love, let me tell you, okay? Like, have y'all read the 7th book? I don't want to spoil too much, but the moment in which Dean and Seamus see each other after not seeing each other for a year, that was gay. I'm saying it right now. It was gay. It was beautiful. It was lovely. It was precious. And it was such an underrated moment that was just like a single line. And it was just like Harry being like, oh, look at them. You know, like it was like, oh, they were roommates. Okay, they were roommates. But yeah, there's nothing that quite tops, no pun intended, Drarry for me, let's be honest, because there's just something, and it's the thing is, it's so, like, it's such a trope in the Harry Potter novels that, you know, Harry is obsessed with Draco. You know, it's so hard as an adult to read that and be like, Harry, you wanna talk? Just saying. Yeah, it's like that. Let's be honest. Draco and Harry, absolutely obsessed with each other. Like, there's too many moments for that to not be true. Like, I'm gonna say it right now, Harry and Ginny, definitely compatible. I'm not saying there is nothing there. Let me tell you, Harry and Ginny both are bisexual. They both are attracted to each other, and they are compatible. And you know what? I actually appreciate and like their coupling in the Harry Potter series. That's just what I'm saying. But, yes, Harry and Draco definitely had it for each other, especially Draco. Draco definitely was like obsessed and in love with Harry Potter. He loved him so much. I will never stop talking about this for the rest of my life. I'm not joking. But yeah, anyways, I really do enjoy a good story where Harry and Draco are, you know, the two stories that I really tend to kind of gravitate towards, like the different kinds of stories, are when Harry and Draco are going back to Hogwarts for their 8th year, quote unquote, just to redo their 7th year. And then I love it whenever they like are enemies and they like are trying to just like get along and be civil, but then they kind of start being friends and then they kind of start being lovers. It's beautiful. But also the trope, it's not a trope, but whenever Harry and Draco are like grown up, they've like been around each other a fair bit because of the ministry, like their aurors or whatever they are doing in the ministry. And the two of them have kind of, they've grown to deal with each other, but they don't really try to be around each other. But then there's something that happens that forces them together, and then they have to work together, and then they slowly start to realize that they're like, you know, they get along really well and they're friends and they are, you know, just charming. I don't know. And then they fall in love, and then there's like some rigorous rated like M scenes. Yeah, that's it. That's the tweet. Can you tell that Harry Potter is my special interest? Just flat out. It's my special interest without question. It's something that I will never be able to stop being into, if that makes sense. Like, even with Turfy Woman, it's hard to just get rid of that passion and that love for the universe, because like at this point it is no longer Turfy Woman's what is it, universe. It's not hers anymore, at least to me. Like it's mine. Like the world that I'm in love with is something that I've created in my head and that other people have created, not Turfy Woman. Like I do still love the books for what they were, but they were the catalyst. They were the beginning. They were not everything to me. Like once I was introduced to fan fiction and to creating my own headcanons and stories and things like this in The Sims 4, for example, I definitely fell in love and I've never gone back. But speaking of Harry Potter, there is that new game that's coming out, Hogwarts Legacy. It's well, I don't know. I'm not going to get too far into discussing that because it's a whole other discussion that I don't know if I have the ability to really speak on. But just a short preface I would say is I'm hesitant to buy the game. However, once I saw the trailer, I was very torn because I was like, this is incredible. This is beautiful. I definitely think this would be fun to play. And, you know, fair enough. It's probably not got the best storyline. It might not. Who knows? We obviously haven't gotten the game yet, so I can't say anything. But I don't really know exactly of Turfy Woman's, like, what's the word? Presence in the creation of it. I don't know exactly. But yeah, I've heard very mixed things and I'm still kind of torn, to be perfectly honest. I don't really know, but I know that there are people that I know that are going to get the game and I'm probably going to watch them get it and play it. And we'll go from there. I don't really know, but you just know that I'm very, very torn. This apartment really didn't take me that long. I looking back, I was thinking that I like kind of sped through this I sped through the first half of it and then like took longer on the second half. But the living room, kitchen, dining area, and that sunroom took like the majority of the time. And then the rest of the rooms just like, they're just like kind of whatever. Like the bedroom's kind of cute, but the bedroom, there's like a little tiny office and a small bathroom in this apartment. It's definitely not an apartment that I'm just going to say this is Draco's apartment. Let's be honest. You know me. He's not really an entertaining kind of fellow. He doesn't really have connections. He's not a normal Slytherin in that way. Like he that's not really something he does. Like he doesn't have people over, but he still has good taste. He still has a beautiful apartment. Like you know damn well that Draco Malfoy has a good sense of taste and interior design. Is it because he's, you know, secretly gay? No, he's just a Slytherin and he knows what he likes. And yeah, That's it. Like, that's just my headcanon. I don't know. I read one story where he was schooling Harry on paint colors, and that was the catalyst for me being like, yes, he is artistic and creative and knows how colors work together. However, in this case, like, in this case, if I'm saying anything like that, he pretty much is just going for greens and blacks and dark browns on everything and anything and everything in his apartment. Yeah, that's maybe not a good argument. I don't know what happened in this voiceover, y'all. It just kind of derailed. That's what happens when I start talking about anything related to Harry Potter whatsoever. It derails into me getting way too excited about my special interest. It's crazy how much I love it. I think about it all the time. Not really. It's not that deep, but it's still there, Like, I'm currently reading a fan fiction. I'm just going to tell y'all what I'm reading right now since we still have a couple minutes. It's a story called Two Houses, and it's another one of those 8th year fics, but it's so funny because there is some original characters that are very well written in them. Written in it, and it's great because it's the Muggle Studies teacher is one of the main characters, and she is a new original character. And basically, Muggle Studies is required for attendance at Hogwarts now. Obviously, that's a really good decision. And basically, she decides that, hey, for the 7th years to graduate and to pass this class, they have to, do an exam that's practical. And so we're going to put on a play. And it's going to be a Shakespeare. It's going to be Romeo and Juliet. And you know who is Romeo and Juliet. Yes, you do. It is Harry and Draco. Of course it would be that. And yeah, it's beautiful and cheesy and charming and stupid and perfect in every single way. And I'm barely halfway through, and there has been so much going on, and I am so excited and so happy. And I'm just, I love me. It's not even a slow burn, but it kind of is though at first. It's a nice burn. It's a good burn. I love it. I love me a slow burn in a story. That's the best kind. Like, you don't need to get it right out the bat. You need to read like 300 or so pages before you get an inkling of any kind of chemistry. Yes, you want just a tiny little spark every now and then boom, you get it 300 pages in. Is that right? Yeah, that's me. But yeah, I'll if I remember, I'll leave that linked in the description. There's a lot of links going to be in the description. Good luck on me for remembering all of those, because I know I will forget all of them. But yeah. So about this apartment though, I will say I haven't uploaded it to the gallery. It's probably not gonna work the best if I upload it to the gallery, just simply because the windows are replaced by the tool mod. But the Brownstone collection by Harry is the windows. So if you guys, if y'all, not you guys, sorry, but if you all decide to download this and you want to actually place the windows again, it's just the Brownstone collection by Harry. It's an incredible set. It's beautiful. It works with this style and the vibe perfectly. It works really well with these apartments here in San Myshuno. It's just 10 out of 10. Always recommend. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this build. I hope you all are enjoying the videos lately. I have just kind of weirdly hit a stride with my channel once again, and I'm not like riding it high. I'm just kind of keeping it chill, just doing whatever I want whenever I want. But yeah, I'm glad that you all are enjoying them, and I'm glad to be back. But anyways, that's all for today. Thank you all so very much for watching and sticking around and listening to me ramble about gay wizards for 20 minutes. But yeah, I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay home. Stay healthy. Stay hydrated. Drink some water. Don't drink too much coffee. I've had coffee, but it's decaf, so I'm okay. But anyways, I love you all. Take care. And that's everything. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the Nargles. Bye, y'all.